Smith Chapel Youth Group. Today it's Timmy coming to you from Seneca, South Carolina today. In less than a month I'll be coming to you from Cambodia. In a week from today I will have sold my car, so after that I will no longer be able to join you, but as for now I'm sitting over there, so let's enjoy this while we have it. Okay, so I got a passage for us to look over. It's just a couple verses, 3 verses that I want us to look at today, and I think this is really essential and crucial for what we need to be as Smith Chapel Youth Group going forward, with you all leading your own lessons and growing in the Lord and helping you all to take these next steps in your faith. I think this verse is really important in making this happen, and I really trust you. I believe in you. I really think you all can make this happen. You're smart, you're responsible, you're caring, and so I believe in you, and so I think you all can do this, especially if you master what we're going to be talking about today. So before we go any further, I need a volunteer. I need someone to volunteer to write down a couple things I'm about to say. And so who's going to be that volunteer? Perfect. Okay. Now get a marker, go to the board, and I'm going to have you write down some things. First off, what you all need to do is take about 5 minutes or so after this video is over, decide what are things that you want to pray for every time you meet. Every time you meet, you all need to be praying for things. The past year, we were praying for that list class. We were praying for Central First Baptist. We were praying for the least of these. We were praying for a missionary. We were praying for schools. We were praying for Smith Chapel Youth Group, the rest of Smith Chapel. And so I want you all, whether it's the same thing or something else, I want you all to come up with what you want to pray for. And when you're praying for it, make sure the focus is always on growing in the Lord, always on doing God's work. But pray for however many you want to, at least 3, probably, hopefully 5 or more, something like that. Things that you desire to pray for consistently. And so I want you all to stop, take a moment, decide the things that you want to pray for, that you're going to be praying about. So take some time to decide that, then pray over that, pray over those things. Have volunteers just pray for it. Because just praying out loud in front of each other, it's a big step in maturing in your faith. So I want you all to be able to do that. So do that, pray. Then we're going to read the passage. We're going to read from 2 different passages. We're going to read John 13, verses 34 and 35. And then after we read those verses, flip over to Romans, and we're going to read Romans 12, verse 10. And so those are going to be the 2 passages that we're looking at today. And when looking at passages, there's always things to keep in mind. You all can come up with your own questions to ask. Just be curious about it. What does it mean? But I'm going to say this pretty much every video. Things to keep in mind when looking at the passage is, what did it mean then? And so John's writing John, Paul's writing Romans. When John and Paul are writing it, what do they mean to the people they're writing it to then? So keep that in mind as you're thinking about these things. Then, what does it mean to you? After you've kind of discovered what they're meaning originally, what does the passage mean to you? How do you interpret it? How do you feel? What does that make you think about and understand about God? Things like that. So what did it mean then? What does it mean to you? Then how can you apply what you've learned to your life? So learn about how it was originally meant, what it means to you, how it affects you. And then the last thing, what evidence can you show that you're applying in your lives? So whoever's writing that down on the board, write this down. What does the passage mean then? What does the passage mean to you? How can you apply it to your lives? And what evidence can you show that you've applied it to your lives? So just focus on those things, focus on that passage, go through this lesson, and just pray together, study it together. And I really think it's going to be really good. I'm really excited for what you all are going to do. So, all right, take it away, whoever's leading today.